Hello everyone, Teppy here, and today we're gonna take a look at Doing Your Mom. Hello everyone, and today I want to review a set from a little known franchise known as Overwatch. Set number 75972, Dorado Showdown, released in 2019. You might ask me, hey, what's Overwatch? And I say, I wish I knew. I actually never played the game. All I know is that it's basically Team Fortress 2, but all the characters are known from being imported. Like, for real, I wish I was kidding. The set itself is pretty chunky, surprisingly. Like, I was expecting it to be a bit smaller according to the pictures, but then when I actually have this set in hand, it's actually a pretty large. That's quite impressive. And I'm gonna first start with the minifigures. According to the back of the box, which is very weirdly shapen, why did they make it this way? The first one's gonna be the Reaper, with his real name being, I don't even remember. And the character itself, you could say, is very generic because, well, he's pretty much the villain, you can tell, because he's wearing black, the classic trope. But in my opinion, he's one of my favorite looking characters. It just has a very mysterious design, and something about his simple, generic kinda look makes him a bit better to blend in. Like, he's gonna like appear out of nowhere and shoot you in the back. Nothing personal, kid. It's very cheesy, and I don't know, I just think it's kinda charming. Especially his mask that is sorta bird shaped, because not only he's generic evil because he's colored in black, and he also has a crow shaped mask because crow equals evil. Another interesting thing about him is this cape he's wearing, like, because it's not actually a cape, it's actually supposed to be a trench coat, which actually kinda offends me because this set came out in 2019, and guess what? In 2018 there was a character, Commissioner Gordon, in Lego Batman movie, who's also supposed to be wearing a trench coat, yet we never got that piece. Yet this character is the only one who's wearing this piece to this day. Lego, you're a big company and you're still... Anyway, the design itself is very simple and like I said, but it's very charming, and I mean, there's also a bit of bits of red on the torso, I guess some sort of bullets or something, I don't know. And then he's also wearing those guns, which apparently according to people, that's how they kinda look in the game. I mean, not exactly, but this is the most accurate representation of them, but overall, good figure. Numero dos, we have Soldier 76, who is now trans or gay or something, because modern gaming just need to throw a character trait now to change it from being normal to trans or something. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works sometimes, but not really here. I think I don't really follow the story of this guy. I just kind of think he looks neat on his own. But at the same time, does he look like a soldier to you? Because to me, he doesn't look like a soldier at all. No matter how futuristic it's supposed to be, the blue and red kind of makes him look like a superhero. You know, like yeah, it just doesn't look very soldier-ish to me. The face kind of looks though, which is pretty cool. The hairpiece also is very nice. I like the white color for it, and the hair is still actually used to this day for quite a few minifigures. So that's actually pretty interesting, because most of the other characters that have exclusive hair molds, this guy is the only one who they use to this day. On the back there's his number 76, because that's his name, Soldier 76, yada yada yada. And also he gets a big gun, like, woo, that's a big gun, that's what she said. Gold jokes will never get old, am I right, guys? Alright. Overall, pretty neat figure, just doesn't really look like a soldier to me, that's all. Numero 3, we have a literal cowboy, but futuristic. It's the guy from it's Hanan, I think. So it's said by the guy who's actually named after a worker at Activision Blizzard, who actually is accused of molesting women in his workplace. I'm just gonna say, what the fuck is going on in Activision Blizzard? Jesus Christ, it's the 21st century and there's still this kind of shit going on. What the hell? It kind of just makes me feel very bad about the minifigure, but I mean, I just reviewed a minifigure, and I say the minifigure on its own, with everything, all of it is taken out, completely forgotten. We don't talk about it. The minifigure itself is good. Yes, good. That's it. The problem for me is multiple things. Number one, the cape. It's horrible. It's supposed to be some sort of cloth that covers one of the arms. It looks horrible because it looks like something that I would make in like a cheap way, and it looks so bad because Lego is a huge company. They have literal Star Wars minifigures, like I don't know, dozens of them, that use specialized pauldron cloth pieces, which look 10 times, 20 times better. It says a guy who doesn't even much like Star Wars. Other than that, the torso is kind of interesting. It reminds me of sort of Iron Man because the glowy bits and stuff. He also comes with both either a hat or a hair because they couldn't make a hair hat combo or have a hair printing on the minifigure because according to everyone around who are Lego fans, it will look horrible. Even though this guy will honestly look better with some kind of hair around the head. But I mean, hey, you can always just combine both of them in some sort of cutting one piece and combining it with the hot glue. You could say that's kind of horrible to do, but do you have any other better idea? Do you want the character to be bold? Because I wouldn't want the character to be bold. He also gets this tiny funny revolver. Hilarious. Comedy. Gold. Overall neat minifigures. Alright. Let's clean ourselves from the filth that was McCree and the gang. Actually mostly it's McCree. Throw it into the trash. And now let's talk about the build itself. When you look at the box, you probably first see the car, so I'm gonna start with the car. The car itself is very simple. Not exactly very simple. I mean, it's floating. It's definitely not normal. It's some sort of futuristic attempt because according to this one's future, everything vehicle is just floating. I feel like it will be not really that productive to make the cars floating. It's not having regular tires, but I'm still gonna judge about one thing. The beauty of modern Lego is when the cars are big, but the seats are tiny. There's only one place for the minifigure. One seat. Why? The car is big. You really couldn't figure out some kind of way to make, I don't know, 2 people be able to fit in? There's gotta be a way. You have a literal piece you still use to this day that can fit 2 minifigures in this almost the exact same size. Why Lego? But I mean, other than that, it's pretty cool looking. Like, yeah, it's simple, but it's simple in a 2000s Lego way. It's simple yet charming, and there's a lot of going on. The floatings, even the stickers kinda make the vehicle look more complete. Like there's a bit of detail going on, you know, that they give additional decals and stuff like that. They're not exactly very useless like most of the time the Lego stickers are. There's also it's a sort of carrying car, so it also comes with this some sort of energy thing, an energy container, energy magazine, the energy bank. I don't know what it's called. It's some sort of Overwatch lore, I think. Some sort of lore from Overwatch that I don't follow. Again, all I know is in the future there was human versus robots kind of fight. There's a fucking priest robot. Like there's a literal priest robot that people worship. This is real. What the hell? And also Reaper being generic evil. Another small build is this very poor attempt at the food market. Giant lampion, and then this small crate with food. It literally looks like a poly bag. Like, it looks insultingly simple. I actually really like how the lampions are made using crystals out of all the pieces. It definitely gives the build a bit more uniqueness as they use pieces that you don't expect, and I always like when people use crystals for the as a lampions. It kinda gives a bit more of detail and looks charming. Also hilarious, the box is clearly a pre-rendered image because the piece for the string is clearly floating on the box art. It looks hilarious. But yeah, overall it's not that bad. Oh, I wanna know what this red piece is. Someone please let me know in the comments what this red piece in the middle of this black string is. I need to know. Alright, Teppy, you can do this. You're almost done. You're almost done. Alright. And now the last part of the set, this giant entry to this market. It looks very modular aesthetic wise. because the way they did the windows and the entry to this whole thing reminds me of the modulars that Lego does to this day. It looks really cool, and even though I'm not exactly a big fan of this just being side of the building, it's one of the cooler ones. It even has some sort of shutting window mechanic to like protect citizens from the battles of Overwatch, people fighting against each other. There's also the small candle, which is a nice little tiny touch, alongside the stickers, which honestly are one of the good ones, because there's actually, detail. There's posters, there's graffiti. I think there even references all the Overwatch characters in it, which is definitely good stuff. I definitely give them a plus for those kind of stickers. They're definitely useful. Although I'm not exactly a big fan of one thing, top of the building. It looks so poorly made, like it's so bad that you can easily see the cap on the box art. Like they just couldn't use some sort of tiles and something to like cover that up. All they did was just put additional modifying plates to make the whole rooftop a bit easier to adjust. And that's it. Not thinking about how they're gonna be easily seen on the freaking box art. Not only the string looks poorly rendered, but also this Lego. We have a lot of money, but we don't care. But other than that, it kinda doesn't look that bad. I mean, it can also modify. Why do you complain about those builds? Like, you just modify. I'm gonna judge what Lego does. I don't care that I can fix it. I don't care that I can make them myself. I don't care that I can improve it myself. It's still something that should be acknowledged at least, and I'm only acknowledging it because it honestly doesn't really ruin me playing with the set. It just kinda feels for me that makes the company look kinda cheap. The same way how I kinda thought of Game Freak after I had Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I don't even like Pokemon. What the hell am I talking about? Now, after the set has been reviewed, minifigures has been reviewed, now let's check the box itself. And I'm not gonna say a lot about it because it's modern Lego and there's just nothing. There's a set, there's the minifigures on the top, there's this weird shaped back render of the set that's shaped like the manga cover. Why? This is the only set in this entire line, in this entire franchise of Lego, this entire ever existing boxes. This is the only one that exists in this angle. What were you thinking with it? It looks so weird and gives me a headache. And also, I guess the only thing I want to say is I'm not exactly a big fan of how they misuse the Overwatch logo, the circle with the eagle or whatever this is, because the name is Overwatch and the logo is circle, so they just couldn't use the circle logo for the O or even for the triangle A. In that way, then the logo would at least have some kind of use. I hope you still enjoyed the video though. And then there's the instructions, and then there's a cool picture on the front. And whoa, look, there's a gimmick with the smallest set being connected to the largest set. That's it. Never mind. Alright. Yeah, I'm finally done with this set. Whoa. The set itself is overall not really that bad. I like the car, but I hate how it's built. I like the building, but I hate how the top looks. I like the minifigures, but I hate how some of them and stuff like that. The set overall is honestly still fun. I mean, you get free minifigures, you have a cool looking car, you have a cool looking build that's sort of modular. So yeah, for like a cheap set, it's definitely a high recommend for anyone who's interested in buying them. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked my new type of making reviews, because I actually really enjoy this kind of recording, because I actually end up expressing myself a bit better than when I was doing on camera, when I just kept looking to the side and to the left, to the right, kept doing the Sayonara, adios, have a nice day. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a like, subscribe, comment, subscribe.
I feel like shit.